Today I'm taking a look at the AKM 18-piece metric and SAE Crowfoot wrench set. Okay, so you can see the case is all labeled, so we know exactly which one goes where. We got our metric on the top, standard on the bottom, 3/8, 7/16, half, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, and 7/8. The only skip there is a 13/16. We got everything else from a 3/8 up to a 7/8. The metric, we got 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. So I did skip a 12, 20, and a 21. Those are pretty uncommon in flare nut wrenches anyway. So aside from that, we do have everything from a 10 to a 22. So it is labeled on the wrench itself. It is labeled on one side. It does not have slots cut in for the detent. We'll just have to rely on the detent and pressure in order to keep that on, but those do hold on anyway. This is essentially the 6-point version, so this is going to hold on much better than you would out of the open-end wrench style because it can grab onto flats on both sides as well as on the back and holds on the front. This is the style of Crowfoot wrench that I prefer to use just because I know this isn't going to round off those flare nuts. I also like seeing that it's not a big chunky thing, so if you need to fit this in a tight area, which is usually what you have to do if you're going to be using a Crowfoot wrench, this is going to work for that. On the 3/8, there's a bit more meat on there. Going up to the 7/8, we can see we have about the same thickness and material. Maybe a little bit bigger. So nowadays, normally I prefer the foam cases, but with this one being a blow mold, this one is actually well designed just because they were able to put everything facing up and down. That means this whole set is not going to be taking up nearly as much room as if you were going to have them all laid out like that, which is how most Crowfoot wrench sets work. So the layout on this is excellent. It's not going to be taking up a lot of space, and plus because we can just close this guy up and carry that right out to the work site. That way, if we don't know exactly which wrench we need, we can just take the whole thing with us. So I think anyone in their right mind would probably use an open-end wrench on this, but this can kind of give you an example of how you could use this guy. I can finally get this thing set closer to how I want it. And lock that down. So overall, that is a very nice set.